Hey guys, welcome to the Oscar nominated, Emmy won, Golden Globe nominated podcast, the best thing of all time. It is the Nerd Sports and Life podcast. And so let's start. It's with your great co-host. Host? No, I was gonna go me first. I called myself co-host.
Okay. So that means I'm the host, right?
No. It's the great host, and we're both hosts. We don't even have a co-host.
We're like dual hosts. We're
dual hosts.
We're omni hosts, right? That means multi hosts.
Multi-host. Well, I was going to talk about the before we started the podcast. I was saying that I was thinking of changing the name, so we could be less constrained in what we talk about, because the nerd sports and life, it constrains us to having to talk about those three things forcibly.
Yeah.
So
and we do a lot of other things, of course.
Yeah, there's a bunch of things.
I know, tons of stuff, tons of things. Like, we have to be huge. We should just call this podcast Everything.
Yeah, Everything We Do podcast. No, I was thinking, I don't know if you have any names in mind, because I put you on the spot right there.
Yeah, no.
But one of the names that I was thinking about was the El Mexican in Spanish and the American podcast.
Oh.
El Mexicano and the American podcast.
Yeah, let's do it. That works. That works perfectly fine. And then you can speak Spanish.
We don't know what each other is saying.
You'll know what I'm saying. I don't have a clue what you're saying.
Nope, I actually forgot English.
Yeah. When you start speaking Spanish, you don't
reply to
remember
you in Spanish, and then you just go,
Yeah, totally. And and then the shark ate the whale, and yeah, totally.
That'd be funny. But this podcast, we're gonna have it in the traditional. The traditional, I mean, one episode recorded.
The tradition we started.
We'll have this in the regular format, the one episode regular format. So the first thing I was gonna talk about is so I was watching Log Horizon, and I ended up finishing the second season. And
very interesting.
That got me thinking into what video game I'd want to be stuck in, and besides naming the obvious video games we'd want to be stuck in.
Yeah,
for me it would obviously be Dark Souls and Shadow of the Colossus.
Obviously, I'd want to be stuck in Star Wars or Mass Effect, just fun universes, science fiction, alien chicks.
Hot alien chicks.
Yes,
hot alien thinking, what chicks. Other video games would you like to be stuck in? Should I go first? Or do you want to go first?
I think you can go first.
All right, so
I prepare my speech.
Your speech.
Yes.
Write it down.
Yep.
I was actually thinking, I love swords and everything, so I would have gone with Dark Souls.
Yeah.
But I would go with Metal Gear Revengeance, just because those guys have nanosuits and swords. I don't know.
What do like the nanosuits do? They make you faster.
Yeah, they basically make them extremely fast.
Make them like super soldiers.
Basically, super soldiers. He fucking slashes with the sword on his legs. He puts it on his foot through the suit and everything. It's so freaking cool.
Wow.
I would love to have that suit on. To be super.
That would be pretty
awesome.
fun.
He runs up buildings and shit. And his sword
around,
cuts through missiles and crap.
You're running around Madison in a nano suit and a katana. Just whoops! I reveal our location. Whoops. Anyway.
God damn it, Eric. Now we're gonna
be running around.
Now our fans are gonna come to our.
Yeah, but they don't know where in Madison, and they don't know which Madison we live in. Even though in the first podcast, I think you said you were from Wisconsin.
Yeah, they can figure that one out,
yeah,
but they don't know exactly where.
Where in Madison?
But I said in the video game. I'd be in the video game.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't know. This thing with in video games, probably you'd have to deal with the people already inside the video games. That's the thing. That's the thing that would suck for me. That's why you never want to choose a really horror game. That's why I'd never want to get trapped in Dead Space or something. That would be absolutely terrible.
Yeah, at least in Metal Gear Revengeance, I could think, oh, these people aren't even real, and then cut them up.
That's a good. That's a good. It's yeah, you're not even real.
You're not even real.
That's what I think about in real life.
These people, I'm in the Matrix. Everybody I'm killing isn't even real.
Oh man, but yeah. So Metal Gear Revengeance.
I know that you. Yeah, I know that you'd definitely like to be in Call of Duty 1.
Oh, of course.
The beaches of Normandy.
Awesome. I think that would be sweet because they the first Call of Duty even have perks.
No, I don't think they did. Well, I don't even think it had most. It probably had some form of split screen, maybe.
Yeah, probably split screen. Most shooters had split screen back then.
Mm-hmm. So it probably had that, but I don't think it. No, it wasn't until COD 4, remember? That perks existed.
Yeah, I guess COD 4 was the first one. But yeah, so I'd want to be stuck in COD 4. I could be stopping power marathon. Like, how's he doing this? He's got like 100 pounds of gear on him.
You'd love to be in that.
You didn't have marathon. And then Commando, too, so I can teleport and kill you. Like,
but didn't Modern Warfare 1 had
I think, did Modern Warfare 1 have Commando?
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
Oh, well, then in Modern Warfare 2, I'd be stuck in.
You'd want to be in the helicopter that gets nuked, right?
No, thank you. I'd want all the perks, and I'd want the akimbo. What were they called? What was the
replicas or the G18s?
No, what was the shotgun?
Oh, A12.
The one you spin around. The ones you spin around. Those things. Model 12.
Oh, the models. Yeah, the model 1887.
Yeah, the 18. Like, I'd want marathon, cool. Lightweight, commando, and then I'd want stopping power instead. And then because then you just like before those things got nerfed, it was like 30 feet away, 30 feet away, 30 feet away. It's like you'd be so. And the guys in the video game like, how is he doing this? And I'd be jumping off buildings and shit completely fine. It's like, this is ridiculous.
It'd be a pretty interesting game to be in. I'd love to. I'd do the no Russian mission over and over and over. Not just kidding.
Yeah, just keep playing. Let's go, Makarov. Let's kill a bunch of innocent Russians for a video game. I don't know what they were thinking when they put that in. I mean, like, this isn't going to sell well in Russia. Their target audience obviously wasn't Russia. Nope, the Russians bought it. By the biggest. Billions.
The Americans didn't
dump
like it.
Trucks full of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 in Moscow. Just dump trucks full. The whole streets were
with Call of Duty.
Filled with Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
I wonder how many people actually played that and weren't happy.
That's Putin's favorite game.
He loves that mission. He's killing his own people. He's just like, oh, these are all gays.
Yeah, like all the other Russian leaders.
Putin was like, these are all gays.
Yeah, these are all gays. They're not deflecting bullets. They're gay.
That's basically what he thinks.
Did you hear? Which reminds me, did you hear that Putin decided to wave the straight flag?
Oh, did he?
No, yeah, now I heard somewhere that he now has a straight flag.
What is it, white?
Because there's the gay flag. I don't remember what it looked like.
How many colors does it have?
It's probably the absence of colors.
Yeah, so it'd be black.
Yeah. But yeah, apparently he's straight. So good on you, Russia. Good on you for sticking to your guns. Not going with this liberal bullcrap. Freedom of sexuality. Bullshit.
Oh, wow. Who wants that? I want to be confined. So what game do you want to be in?
What game would I want to be stuck in? That was a fun transition. So what game would I want to be stuck in? Oh yeah, that's right. Dragon Age Inquisition. And the reason I'd want to be stuck in Dragon Age Inquisition is because there's a lot of portals. Well, I guess really any Dragon Age game would work. Actually, probably Inquisition is probably the last one I want to get stuck in. Well, no, because I don't want to get stuck in the first one.
has the hottest chicks.
Yeah, that's true. I don't want to get stuck in the first one because there's the Blight.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to get stuck in the last one because there's another huge problem going on. Oh, but the chick... I'd probably take the last one just because it seems the most fun to be a mage in the last one, so I can just zap people with electricity.
Kill him.
Yeah, it's mage and burst people into flames and ride horses and it's got nicer scenery than the other games.
You're making it sound so exciting.
It is. It would be. I mean, obviously, my first choice would be Star Wars, but I know that's too easy to explain. Like,
I'm running up buildings and slashing missiles, and you're like riding horses.
And I'm shooting electricity out of a staff, conjuring the dead. That would be another fun thing with necromancy. Fucking shooting fire out of my staff. Fucking taking all the characters' clothes off to try to see them naked. The chick's naked. Never actually works. I gotta find a mod.
There's probably a mod by now.
There's got to be a mod for it somewhere. I'll have to find it and use it. In the boob slider.
Does it have one?
No, I don't know.
You haven't made a female?
No,
you're always going to make one item.
Yeah, just so you can stare at it. It's like Vindictus. That's the game I'd want to be stuck in.
Oh, yeah, Vindictus would be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
Duh.
It's got all the knights.
Hot chicks.
And all the bunch of hot chicks with amazing armor. Half-naked armor.
Yeah, the lingerie armor. The new... It's like they'll like College Humor. They'll aim for the shiny part.
And that armor in Vindictus is pretty hot. But there's all that cool woman armor, so I mean they got both.
Yeah, they do have pretty actually like badass looking woman armor. But I'll still prefer the lingerie armor.
Yeah, I would too.
It's nice. So yeah, that's the game I would choose to be stuck in. There we go. But I'd also like to be stuck in Dragon Age 2 because I enjoy the lore and I like the shooting lightning.
You mean you don't love Vindictus' storyline, which we skipped completely?
It's compelling storyline that I just skip all the whole time and just do missions just so I can just look at my character
and hope they break your armor so you can
yeah. Oh man,
that would be fun.
That would be. Those are the two games I'd want to be stuck in.
Well, on to the next topic.
Yes, our beautiful transitions.
Yeah, we got amazing transitions. I never worked on my transitions.
Nope, I never paid attention in English.
First, second, for the
third.
second.
Yeah, that's what I did. First of all, blah blah blah. Second of all, blah blah blah.
That's what I do it all the time.
Yeah, because I'm like, I don't care. My transitions aren't perfect. It doesn't need to sound smooth. You just need to get the point.
Yeah, basically. So this other thing I was watching is I recently finished an anime called When Supernatural Battles Become Commonplace. And it's this comedy about this. So the guy's a chunibyo, which basically means middle schooler syndrome. And basically what he believes is he lives in his fantasy world where he thinks he's the main character of a anime, basically.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So he acts out like his hand is cursed and he has legendary powers in it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so that's super funny because he's always acting how you would act in an action anime, but he's in a slice of life.
Yeah.
And well, kind of slice of life because they get superpowers in the first episode, but there's no bad guys, there's nothing, so it ends up being more of a slice of life romance harem anime. With it's insanely funny though, and the intro sounds really good. So I liked it because I'm a big fan of slice of life. But it seems to have there seems to be a war going on with magical users, but they're not involved in it yet. At least not during the first season. So if a second season ends up coming out, it'll definitely be cool. And I thought the first season was really good. I had a lot of fun times. I don't know. I'm a big fan of slice of lives. You're not really, are you?
Slice of life, it depends on the slice of life. Like, I mean, it obviously harems are my favorite.
He has a harem.
But it's like, it's hard to like. It depends on the slice of life. Like sometimes, like some slice of lives I can get into no problem. Other ones like My Teen Romantic Comedy and SNFU, SNAFU or
SNAFU.
SNAFU. Like I got into that instantly. Like I didn't even know what it was. I didn't know it was a slice. I just started watching it because there's the hot chick on the cover.
Well, the main character is basically us.
Yeah, and it turned out to be because I was able to relate to the main character, and it turned out to be a really, really, really good show. I also like the teacher in that show. She was
it is really. Yeah, why doesn't he go with her instead?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It makes perfect sense, right? But
it's Japan, Pedophile.
Yeah, totally. And some other slice of life I just cannot get into. Like, Can's my favorite.
Yeah, Can's a good slice of life.
That was my favorite slice of life. Like Mugi and Yui and Mio and Rin. I think her name was the drummer was Rin, right?
Yeah. No, which one?
Was the drummer Rin?
Yeah, Rin. I thought you said the German. I'm like, German?
The German.
The German was Rin.
But, there's other ones that, like the second season of Infinite Stratos, I was never... Well, that was that's not a slice of life. That's a harem. That's it's not exactly what the average life is.
What? My average life has a bunch of hot foreign girls after me all the time.
And you being completely ignorant of it.
Yeah, I'm always ignorant.
But yeah, I don't know. Like some slice of life, I just get into. Others, I just don't watch. I can't think of any off the top of my head because I haven't seen a slice of life in so long. But there were definitely some. I'd have to say my favorite genre is probably. I gotta. Like action, I guess. Action fantasy is probably my favorite genre. Like, if you can, like...
Action.
I'm trying to think of it. Obviously, Bleach. Bleach, it's a shonen anime, but it's really cool.
Yeah, you like shonen, don't you?
Fantasy. Yeah, shonen animes are fun. Like, a lot of people hate on, oh, they're too long, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, but they're really good, They're really... people get it. They're always usually the gateway animes, and people forget just because they're gateway animes doesn't mean they're not good. Like that's how you got into anime, whether it be Naruto or DBZ or Bleach or One Piece.
Or in my case, Sekirei.
Yeah. Yeah. Harems are good. Harems are
boobs. The girl had big tits on the cover, and I was like, oh, this seems like a.
They don't give credit to the. Nobody likes to give credits to harem, but likes to give credit to harems.
Fun. I like Harem's a lot.
I don't know if the thing is like the more you watch them, like the less I'm able to watch them. Like the more maybe
Well,
that's
because
the
they
more
become
anime
very
I watch.
stereotypical. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the more anime I watch, just the less. But then you have the other spectrum of it where like people like really hate on popular anime. So, oh, Attack on Titan wasn't very good. I liked an anime that no one's ever heard of but like 3 people. It's like, yeah, obviously Attack on Titan was pretty good because a lot of people liked it.
You know what the best slice of life was? Is Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Yeah, that was the best slice of life I ever saw. That one I
Actually,
was able to get into.
Speaking of that, this anime that I was watching, this Supernatural Venom,
Yeah,
was made by. They have a lot of references to a lot of anime. You see, one of the parts, a lot of like, there was definitely some Kill la Kill references in there. Because one of the scenes, the girl punches the guy with boxing gloves, but the boxing gloves are made out of the life fiber.
Oh yeah.
And another part they're playing tennis ball. They're playing tennis, and she uses a racket, or there's a racket made out of life fibers. And in another scene, they show on the background, there's 3 people standing there, and one of them is Gendo from Neon Genesis, the dad?
Oh yeah, the dad.
A young
him.
Shinji and the mom.
Really?
Yeah, they're in there as a reference. And then, in the intro, one of the characters can create things out of nothing, and she basically creates was it an Evangelion?
Yeah, an Evangelion.
Yeah, Evangelion. So a lot of references to Kill la Kill, and I think it was made by the same studio, Trigger. I think they made Kill la Kill.
Well, Evangelion is like incredibly popular among the Japanese, from what I hear.
Mm-hmm.
It's very they really like that because it was the first. It was, I don't know if that's the reason, but I just noticed that it was the first use of the main character, the stereotypical weak main character who's supposed to become strong at the end, but does it in Evangelion he doesn't.
He doesn't. Have you seen the movie yet?
No, I have not. I have not seen the movie, but on that, the ending of that show makes absolutely zero sense.
No sense whatsoever.
It was like 3 episodes of monologuing, which I was like, when is the conclusion of this going to happen? And then all of a sudden, boop!
It is a very satisfying ending.
It becomes a slice of life. They're all just normal. I'm like, oh, okay, all right.
Yeah,
it's like somebody lost their budget. I'm just kidding.
When you see the movie, it'll make much more sense.
Good. We'll open my eyes to the reality. Neon Genesis.
Congratulations.
Gurren Lagann, my other favorite show. That's an anime I'd like to be trapped in because I could just make shit up and it would happen.
You just gotta be stronger. You gotta pierce the heavens.
You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in the me that believes in you. Kamina, Araki.
So that was an anime that I liked. Hopefully, second season. But animes, they never like to get more than 1 season.
They just like to torture you.
Yeah, they like to be like, this anime is very good, and then that's it.
It's good, and that's about as much as you're gonna ever see of it.
Rarely you get a second season.
Claymore.
Yeah, that's a good way to torture a viewer.
Yeah. It's like that was a great show, and it ended off really good. Nope, no second season.
No second season ever. It's like, gotta read the manga.
It's ridiculous.
Man.
If I ever become rich, I'm gonna make them finish that show.
Yeah, I'll become a billionaire and I'll force him.
Yeah. See, people think I'll do this to I'll go to space. I'll do this. I'm like, I will change the anime and video game industries like you've never seen. I will force them to make games that I want to play. I will force them to make the second seasons to animes that I liked. I will see a second season of Batum. I will see a second season of Camper.
Camper, yeah, I want a second season of Camper too.
I will see. I want one. Or, that was a 3rd season.
Of which one?
Second? Did they have 2 seasons of Camper?
No, they had the second season was the Furlock, something like that.
But I want that, and I want.
But that wasn't even a second. It was like 3 episodes or 2.
Second season of Claymore. I want all of it.
I want a 3rd season of Sekiro now.
And a 8th season of Dragon Ball Z, which they are apparently
Which they are coming. It already came out.
So good, it worked. My billionaire.
You gotta watch it in Japanese and
Super high-pitched Goku. No, thank you. That's the one I will say, because there's obviously the English dub versus Japanese language war, and I'm just like, I'm on the Japanese side of that because you just get used to watching anime in Japanese. It just makes more sense once you. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying English dub is bad, but if I had to choose, I'd choose to watch it in Japanese.
For most anime, yeah. They have more. A lot of the English is stale.
Yeah, except Dragon Ball Z. That's the one anime which I just cannot watch in Japanese. The Goku voice just annoys me too much.
Too much like a girl.
It's just too much. Like Goku, like out of the huge buff Super Saiyan, having a voice like that just doesn't. I just don't see it.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't know why they chose a girl for a manly man. He's
Yeah,
basically
a guy
the man
who's
of all men.
Yeah,
And
he's
they
like
choose a
Super
female to
Saiyan,
voice him.
and they choose a female to voice. That just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
But yeah, so yeah, that's my anime views for you.
So, terrible views, but anyway, I'm just kidding.
Ha! Ha!
I was actually one of the
Everybody's a critic.
Well, you know how you always end up choosing a favorite girl in an anime.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was predetermined because one of the chicks in the anime looks exactly like a girl in one of the Love Live animes, which I'm a huge fan of. She looks basically exactly as my favorite girl from that anime. So I was like, oh,
Yeah.
this is
Instant.
It's instant. Yeah, she
instantly
has
like this
basically the same character type. Actually, one of the characters in Love Live had a birthday just recently, yesterday or something like that.
Yeah.
And it ended up being third on Twitter, the top 3 trending things that day. Happy birthday to her!
Wow, that's
huge,
pretty impressive.
Yeah, people really like their anime birthdays. I don't know why. I don't know how they figure out when a character's birthday is, but
In an anime. Yeah.
in an anime,
All right, that works.
but it was the third trending,
Wow.
so that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, for an anime character.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah, I don't even get that many for real life.
You get like 5.
My Facebook is packed though with 4 people.
Oh man. I can go all the way back to the beginning of my Facebook. Probably one of the few people who can actually do that.
Because we post so little.
Yeah. That's the funny thing is when I notice, like, I think the big difference between me and other people, I don't use social media.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't. I never got into it. And like everybody else in this generation, whoosh, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, things I never even heard of, Tumblr, blah, 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 blah.
It does help that we don't do anything.
Yeah. I mean, like, well, video games don't require
Yeah, they don't
that.
require.
I never had to get into it. Video games require one thing, and that's YouTube.
Basic. That's it. Yeah, and we put
And
it on
the
YouTube.
video game wiki. So I can the IGN guides.
Yeah, I always watch walkthroughs.
He walked through.
Actually, I just started this new game called Hyperdimension Neptunia, and it's kind of like a JRPG, but you actually it's like part of real time battles instead of turn based, but it's still a little bit turn based. It's kind of hard to explain. Basically, you cast combos on your attacks. You have a light, strong, weak attack thing.
Yeah.
And you cast combos based on that. Your character does them, and then it's the other turn. Still kind of like that. So kind of turn based, real time. And the game's basically a parody of anime and video game culture. Because the character's called Neptunia, the main character, which is based off the Neptune, the game console. Was it the Sega Neptune? I think something like that.
Yeah, I think it was the Sega.
And the world is called was it Game Toonie? Something like the Game Planet or something like that. And they're trying to take over. There's 4 main gods, which would be the Xbox, the Neptune, the other couple game consoles, and they're trying to take over Game Planet. And there's so many other characters that are clearly based off game consoles, or there's a lot of funny stuff that happens with. They're making fun of everything basically, so it's a fun time.
It's always nice.
And it ended up being an anime too, so I'll probably watch that sometime.
Nice and neat.
Oh, that's basically it for our
Yeah.
nerd stuff.
Yeah,
Next.
only that took about a half an hour of the podcast.
More time than I thought it would have.
Yeah.
So next it's the manly part, the sports section.
Oh, that's sports section. I can show off my huge muscles.
My huge invisible muscles.
Yeah, you can't see them yet. Can't feel them either, and they don't really have any effect on me, but they're there.
But I recently, we both have I just recently bought a barbell and weights.
I've had a barbell for about a month and a half.
What is your bar made out of? Is it steel?
I think it's steel, yeah.
And then your weights are what? Are vinyl or
of
steel?
4 of them are vinyl and 4 of them are steel.
Yeah, I got the set I got is 100 pounds of vinyl, which was only $44. Vinyl is way cheaper.
Yeah.
I read it was basically they make them out of cement wrapped in something, and then if you treat them bad, they crack. That's why they're cheaper, because if they crack, they start losing weight.
Yeah.
So as long as you take care of them, both. It's no problem.
Yeah, I just got both. I got the vinyl and the steel because I don't know. I just bought the steel ones because they were there.
Yeah,
they were the first ones that popped up on Amazon, and they got the best reviews. So I was like, okay,
I'll just get these. Yeah, I got the 100-pound vinyl set, so that's pretty nice. It was $44 isn't bad because the Olympic set, which was.
Yeah, no. Did you get the same? Because mine was about 50. No, because you got more weights than I did.
I got them from Gold's Gym, and it was the Olympic set, which I think is made out of steel or something like that. I don't know what it's made out of, but it was $94 for the same exact weight. I was like, oh, well, I'm just starting, so I don't think I need to put that much money yet. $1,000. when I can do more than 100 at 5.
Yeah, when I can bench at least 120 is probably when I'll go for it because that's probably when it's gonna need to.
When I can curl 120. I've been starting deadlifts and I've been watching videos on how to have the correct form.
Yeah.
It definitely helps because it doesn't hurt my back.
Yeah.
Correct form in deadlifts is important, or else you can fuck up your back.
They said you have to think about deadlifts. Is that what I read is that if it's not 135 pounds. Apparently, it's not really worth it if you're not deadlifting 135 pounds. Apparently, it doesn't do much. So, I don't have enough weights for 135 pounds, so I got to get more. Weights. They never make this shit easy. It's never fun.
Yeah, well, it depends how much you can deadlift too.
Yeah.
Because if it ends up hurting you, then there's no point in it.
Yeah. Obviously, deadlifting is picking up. So, I mean, I could probably pick up 130. I don't know how many times I could do it.
Yeah, that's important.
I could do it.
And it basically strengthens. It's mostly your legs and back muscles. So I'll be working on those deadlifts and those benches and all that stuff.
I'll be working on them. I'm gonna focus on I want to do upper body first because my lower body's not as important. Because you always use your lower body. It's just by walking you're using your lower body.
Yeah.
And at work I'm always standing and lifting things, so it's I use my lower body more than I use my upper body. My upper body because I play a lot of video games, so my upper body suffered
to work on it more
than my lower body. My lower body is probably the normal lower body for people my height, but my upper body is not. Upper body needs more strength to it, and that's the thing about working out is it's not just the working out; it's the eating.
The eating, yeah, that's the hard part for me.
It is the hard part. The working out's not the hard part; it's the eating that's the hard part.
Yeah, I don't eat enough.
Because you can't. Because it's hard to keep, because I'd have to eat basically 2 meals a day. Just 2 meals a day. That's all I have to do. You have to eat 3 meals a day and 2 of each meal. So you have 2 breakfasts, 2 lunch, 2 dinner, and probably snack in between, a protein bar and a protein shake. Probably, so it'd be breakfast, then protein bar, protein shake. 2 breakfasts, protein bar, protein shake, double lunch, then protein bar, protein shake, double dinner, and then probably protein bar, protein shake. Constant.
I don't know how people eat that much. I can barely eat 3 meals a day. I'm full at 3 meals.
And that's the thing. Because if you ever look on Reddit or any other blogging website, well, it's not really a blogging website. It's the front page of the internet.
Yeah.
But if you ever look on Reddit or Tumblr or whatever, and you look at all the fitness and motivation stuff. It's always fat people getting slimmer.
Yeah,
it's always fat people getting slim and buff. I've seen one skinny guy
get buff.
Because on the front page and made it one skinny guy going from 130 pounds to 150 pounds. I'm it's so because the thing is when you're bigger, you already eat a lot, obviously because you're bigger. So when you slim down, it's just working out. You literally you can almost eat the same amount of food. You just have to eat better food, and you just have to work out with it.
Yeah.
So it's you're not really changing anything. You're just working out for 2 hours.
That's why I can't. I don't know how. It's hard for me to imagine getting fat because I can't eat more.
I can't
stuff my face. I feel terrible if I do.
Yeah, I feel sick. I remember
I get full and that's it.
Even when when you go eat even when I miss lunch or something because I just too busy playing video games.
The healthy lifestyle.
Yeah, but they'll keep you skinny. But anyway, I think genetics obviously plays into it too. But,
yeah, definitely.
Even when I miss lunch or something or whatever and go to eat dinner, the most I'll eat is 1 meal. If I go to out to a restaurant a burger chain, a burger restaurant, a bar and grill with burgers, I'll order a burger and fries, and since I skipped lunch, I'll eat all the burger and all of the fries.
Uh-huh.
That will be my compensation for that. Like most people, just regularly will eat all the burgers and all the fries.
Yeah.
Like me, that's a compensation. The fries are a compensation. Like most of the time, I won't eat all the fries.
The full meal's enough.
Like just the burger itself.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't imagine getting fatter.
Like
It just sounds hard.
I mean, again, obviously genetics plays into a big factor, and obviously if you have diabetes or any sort of if you're impaired in some way, have a handicap, it's obviously going to be harder for you to get exercise, and pair that with not very good genetics, and you're kind of screwed. And I mean, of course, obviously my sugar intake's very high. I don't know if that has anything. I feel like that would make me fatter, but it doesn't. But it's still probably not good for me at all.
Definitely not good.
I'm obviously lucky, saved by good genetics.
I've been lowering down my soda intake recently.
Yeah. I
only drink one soda a week now.
Yeah, that's about all I'm drinking. And what I've done now is I've done 60%. I'm doing 60% water and 30%, or like probably 70-30, like 70% water and 30% soda.
Mm-hmm.
So and it's only Sprite. I only drink Coke. I haven't been drinking Coke in like 3 months.
Oh really?
Because it's just I'm trying to get off that soda. Because like if you watch like some guy poured Coke on his rusted car
and it cleans it, yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, this is probably not good for me. So I've been drinking clearly Sprite, and it's been more like water Sprite, and I'm in apple juice.
Mm-hmm.
I've recently been really into apple juice, just lots of apple juice. You should just buy bulk apple juice.
You should buy some oranges, cut them up, and just squeeze them into your mouth.
I do oranges too, and then my mom buying apples. I'm trying to get a little bit more healthy eating, but I also have to eat more.
Don't forget to have uncooked meat and then drink the blood.
Yeah, that's known for not giving you food poisoning.
Nope, definitely doesn't.
No,
that's basically all.
But yeah, so it's
changing our lifestyle slowly.
Yeah, slowly but surely, just a little bit.
I'm definitely way better than I was a couple months ago.
Oh yeah,
I was
for me,
drinking soda, eating crap.
Yeah,
or in my case, not eating at all.
Yeah, I was eating. I mean, I've tried to cut down on the junk food too. Like instead of eating Reese's, I'm just eating cookies from the grocery store. So it's a little bit better. Reese's I know are junkier for you. I gotta break that habit. That's too much sugar. I gotta stop eating Reese's.
Luckily, I've never liked sugar. So I've never been a fan of sugar. I don't know why. I can't eat a cake.
I can eat cake. Cake is weird though because I've gotten less and less at admiring cake. Like it's more just Reese's. Lots of Reese's.
You got an addiction to Reese's.
Yeah, I gotta break that habit. Like
I mean, I was never. That's why. No, you go first.
Oh no, you go first.
I was never able to ever finish my Halloween candy, like ever.
No, I never did that either. Well, the Halloween candy sucks. Dude.
How do kids like eat the whole bag in one night and throw up?
I can't do it.
I can't.
I just. And plus, like my candy was always. I never liked Snickers or anything like that, so I just threw all those out. Because some people only give out like Snickers or Nestle's Crunch, and it's like.
I'm like, what the fuck is this? Really like, go back in there and get me something else.
Yeah, go to the store and buy some fucking.
I'll be waiting here.
Fucking stupid asshole. That's funny. Yeah, I know. I never knew how people did that, but I never did it.
Yeah, I was never a big fan of candy.
Luckily, my genetics saved me.
Yeah, basically, I get all my sugar from soda. That's where I got all my sugar from.
Yeah, mine was Reese's and soda, but like I said, now I've just cut down to apple juice and cookies.
Mm-hmm.
So, see how it goes. I'll get buffing. The funny thing is like how long it actually takes to gain weight. Like you think you say, oh, I'll see results in a month, 2 months, 3 months. No, it's like 3 months before you start seeing anything like noticeable.
Yeah, I already got a 6-pack and everything. So.
Yep, I got a 24-pack. I have muscles on the sides of my body like the bodybuilders do. I have biceps, triceps, quads, whole thing.
Luckily, I think our body weight, our body fat percentage is pretty low. So
yeah,
we could definitely just work on our
all you
abs
gotta do is
you get a 6-pack.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
funny. Like I already have like half a 6-pack, and that's just from being alive.
And just
because there's nothing separated. There's like the skin and then the muscle. There's nothing
work
in between.
on the muscle, and then you'll get beach body ready.
And then we have to go complain about that because that's an insult to my self-esteem. It's directly insulting me, making me feel unwanted and insecure.
Yeah, because all these beach body ready are women. What about the men?
Yeah.
How am I supposed to know how to feel?
That's good. Yeah, come on. I don't even know. There's no beach body sign. So I was like, what is a beach body for me? Nobody tells me that shit. What am I supposed to look like?
Tell me what I'm supposed to look like to be happy with myself or sad.
Yeah. I mean, what's the definition of a beach body? Oh, a guy with a six-pack. Okay.
Now I feel bad.
I feel great. Great.
All right. So that was basically our exercise part.
They're great.
We don't really have any sports talks, do we?
Nope. There was the Brett Favre and the Green Bay Hall of Fame, but that's what it is. There was baseball, but I don't follow baseball. There is.
I was reading a quick little fact on it was a 2014 records book thing, and they were like, Aaron Rodgers is the highest paid football quarterback. I don't know if it was quarterback or player. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure both. Huh. He makes $22 million a year. And then I turn the page, and then there's Mayweather, and he makes $90 million a year. Jeez. I'm like, oh, there's a difference.
How you make that? He's done like one fight.
$90 million a year. That's fucking crazy. I don't even know how much he made. He made more than that in the Pacquiao fight, I think. God damn, that's so much fucking money. Don't know how to spend. I know how to spend that.
I wouldn't know. I honestly wouldn't.
Speaking of rich people, Notch, you know how he bought that crazy house?
Yeah, in California.
How much money? Do we know how much money he has in total?
Yeah, I think it was a net worth of $4 billion.
$4 billion?
I think so. Because I know Microsoft bought.
They bought it
Minecraft
for 2.5, right?
Yeah,
billion.
They bought it from 2.5 billion. I think his net worth before that was like $2 billion before they gave him all that money.
God damn.
So probably it's like $4 billion off of one game. Isn't that funny how that exploded?
Crazy.
You know,
thanks to my YouTube videos, he started selling more. Just kidding.
Yeah, it wasn't CNNers, it was Twister G.
Everybody knew it because of me.
It's funny because I had a lot of Minecraft videos, and it's funny if I had saved them on my old account, I'd be a
You'd be a billionaire. You'd be there with Notch living next to him.
Yeah, that's really stupid that I'm not there. But I was a perfectionist back then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was. I looked at least in my own videos. Everything else.
Yeah,
I
and
was
the
like,
videos are pretty fun. Yeah, it was always nice to try to make wicked videos.
Yeah, it was fun. Like you look back at the beginning, it's funny how it's exploded. Like video games in general. Yeah,
they started really getting popular around the YouTube area.
Yeah, when you look at the whole Call of Duty and then Minecraft, and Minecraft skyrocketed it into stardom. Like
very quickly, it went from nothing to making Notch a billionaire. Now he has an expensive as hell house.
Yeah, and video games too. Like not only you really underestimate the effect of Minecraft. I mean, obviously, you have the Nintendo games like Mario, Zelda, and Pokemon that kind of kept video games in the spotlight. And, and then you have the cool RPGs and the first-person shooters. I mean, it was building, but I feel like Minecraft was like the switch that you turn it on and went boom. Because
for the casual fans.
Yeah, for like just casual people, not even people who like video games, just everyone. Mm-hmm. Like anyone can play Minecraft. Minecraft, there's no objective to it. You just create.
Yeah, it's very fun.
I mean, you could use that in schools. It's just creative.
I know some countries in Europe, or one country in Europe uses it, or one city. I don't know, one school.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense though. You look at all the, it's parent friendly, so to speak. There's no violence. I mean, okay.
Until I mod it, and then you can cut off Steve's arms and legs.
Herobrine.
And then the harem mod. Steve gets a bunch of chicks.
Minecraft, yeah.
That makes no sense.
Just a bunch of blocks.
No, the 3D model sculpted perfect chicks. You know what game I'd want to be in? Just going back, Dead or Alive.
Oh yeah, that's so very fun.
I'd be a character that works on jiu-jitsu only, so that I could grab the girls, take them down, and then work her body.
Ha! Oh, man. I feel like Dead or Alive would be one of those games that feminists would complain about.
No, definitely not. It empowers women with their big tits and nice asses and skimpy clothes. It's very empowering as a woman to see. As a woman, even though, oh my God.
Oh, man. I could see feminists would enjoy it. They'd love that. Like, yep, this is how we should look when we're fighting.
That's the game I want to be in. I closed the deal right there. Boom. Stamp it. Send it off.
Close it. Stamp it. Ha.
All right. Now there's our sports facts of the year, of the last year. Mayweather probably still makes more money than Rodgers. So
yeah, well, that's what it is. No debate.
Yeah, pretty sure boxers, at least the top boxers, make the most money of any sport, don't they?
Yeah, it's because there's a lot of betting and on that, and they get paid a crap ton of
The
money.
pay-per-views.
Yeah,
And then
charge like fucking $90 to watch the fight.
that fight in particular, yeah. It's expensive. Was it 90 or 100? I can't remember.
I think it was $90. It might have been 100. I don't know. Maybe it depends. Either way, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it
$100 to watch a fight.
Yeah. Yeah, because nobody cares about the undercards. It was only the main fight that was... God damn. On to happy news.
Oh yeah, what was the happy news we were going to talk about? I can't remember.
Yeah, so Japanese schoolgirls selling themselves.
Oh yeah, yeah. On to the cheerful part of the podcast. So yeah, Japanese schoolgirls selling themselves because of the pedophile epidemic that's in Japan.
So basically, for people that didn't watch it out, there was a Vice documentary, a little short documentary about how there's high school girls, basically 16, 17, 18, selling their time to anybody, basically in the streets of Akihabara. And if you don't know, Akihabara is basically the cute culture of Japan, where the animes or the pop stars are, the cute pop stars. And there's a big high school fetish on there. So high school girls basically are on the streets, advertising themselves in telling guys to buy them for like 30 minutes for $30, something like that. And it's supposed to be purely non-sexual, just walking in with a date or taking them out. But it can definitely get a little bit weird when it's like a 40-year-old guy with a 16-year-old girl walking the streets together.
And I've noticed that I was reading this. I've noticed, because I've been to Japan. No, I've noticed this.
He's joking, even though...
Yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I noticed this trend in it's like 25% of Japanese males 40 or at the age of 40 are virgins.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really kind of scary.
That's a
like
lot.
1/4 of their 40 males age of 40 are virgins. So it's like a country full of 40-year-old virgins.
That's
like the movie. You know, and it's very...
And I'm going to go over there and take their woman even worse. You'll see those numbers rise up to like 40 or 50%.
Yeah.
Of 20-year-olds.
Yeah. That's going to work. That's how that's going to work.
Yeah, definitely will.
But no, it's kind of... And so I think you get in this rut. I think that's the one issue with Japanese culture. I mean, obviously, I can't judge Japanese culture. They're going to do what they're going to do. There's no... Obviously, America's culture is very, very imperfect, as the whole world knows, but...
and for me, Mexican culture is perfect. No problems. Going to Mexico right now.
Yeah, totally.
So I can judge.
Absolutely fine. But you look at the way the sort of, I don't want to say like repressive, but very, strict, I think is the right word. The strict culture and things that they have to, adhere to. And it puts a lot of pressure on them, success. And then they don't even think about the whole like marriage and all that comes second to them. And then they end up, just working. By the time they even stop to think, they're already 40.
Yeah, that sucks.
And it's like they have no. That would be the one thing with Japan is like you spend so much time working. Gotta make money. And it's like they do that in America too. But I feel
crazy.
like
No, we work the same amount of time.
Yeah, and we have way more sex.
Yeah.
Well, and by we I mean everybody else. In school,
but that was in one of the parts of the guy, one of the reporters, I don't know how old he is. He seemed pretty old. He was like in his 40s or something like that. And he goes into a bar and starts talking to one of the girls, and he starts asking questions, and she's giving him the horoscope, I think, or one of those kind of things.
Yeah, whatever, those things.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Oh, this is really weird, and it's making me uncomfortable." Like, I was like, "Hey, that's pretty cute," and I'm like, "Oh wait, but this guy, it'd be cute if I was there, but it's not very cute when it's a 40-year-old guy." Yeah, so our age difference isn't that much, but when it's an older guy, it definitely would be weird.
If it's like, 18 and 20, like, okay, that's whatever. But if it's like, 40, 45-year-old man, it's like, it's kind of creepy.
It's normal if it's me.
It's like over here, that would be
older.
Yeah. It's like over here, you'd be an instant pedophile. Like you never see that. You never see. Well, you do sometimes. Like when I work at McDonald's, it's like there was this. There was, one of the, she was probably like 17. Her name, anyway, not going to say her name. Can't do that on the podcast. But she went to take these guys' orders, and it was a bunch of, like probably 38, 40-year-old dudes who were working at like a landscape company, and they came in obviously food, because why else do you come to McDonald's?
Yeah.
For sightseeing. That's why. But anyway, They were like asking her, you know, hitting it. Oh, you gonna take me out to Outback Steakhouse later tonight? I thought I like hitting on this like 17-year-old girl, and she's, you know, and they're all like missing their teeth and shit.
Yeah.
Like they, you know,
And she said yes and got in the car.
Yep, and that was the scary part. I was like, holy shit. But you look at that, and she just, you know, the look is just like, you know, and it just doesn't, like, it just wouldn't register, like, you know, because they smile and talk, you know, in Japan, you know, they'll smile and talk to the 40-year-old guys. Over here, you don't know. There's no conversation. She just kind of laughed, and it's okay to finish taking your orders, and she's like, all right, you can hand out their food to them. And I was like, okay, you know, because it's just interesting.
Like, hey, baby Adam.
Hey, baby Adam. I was like, you gay. It's like, get away from me.
Adam hops in the car and then goes.
Yeah, no, thank you to a bunch of 40-year-old toothless dudes. I was like, I don't think so.
There's a good
Yeah, well, I mean, they had like 3 between the 8 of them.
That was weird.
So yeah, it's like, you look at it and it's like over here to an instant, but over there, they kind of feel like maybe there's almost like a social pressure to talk to, like, just make conversation with them and stuff. And since, you know, you sell your body for sex, it's too bad because, you know.
Yeah, that would be weird. I'd go over there and buy one of them, but it's a tour guide. 30-minute tour guide. Show me around Japan, female.
Tour guide from the underworld, the Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Oh.
I know Yu-Gi-Oh references. I'll make those occasionally.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be that weird if we got it because we're just talking.
No,
we're a little bit. We're like 3 years older than him.
Yeah, she'd be what, 17?
Yeah, 17, 18.
So we're 2 years, almost 3 years older. So, you know, it's not too terrible, and I'm like, you know, just for an instance, I'm also a Gaijin, so
yeah,
or at least over there, I'm a Gaijin here. I'm a Gaijin here too.
Yeah, you're a Gaijin in the United States.
America. I am technically.
You go back, yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't know. Just like, especially since I'm a foreigner, so I want to understand the language and get to know the people, like, just to see. But I don't know how the Japanese work between themselves. I don't know how that works. Probably even creepier for a 40-year-old guy.
Yeah, bro. I don't think a 40-year-old guy. Well, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be kind of weird. Kind of weird, but hey, I don't know. So they might have a problem with that, and they need to fix it. They need to have more sex because I need more anime and manga. And if they're all gone, nobody who's gonna make it. Who's gonna make the ridiculously? Who's gonna make the ridiculously cliche storylines and horribly predictable main characters? Like, I need that in my life.
How was I supposed to be happy?
Yeah, come on.
I just need more Dark Souls, so as long as they keep working on that, I'm fine. They were talking about how, like, that, I don't remember what year they said, 2020 or 2030. I don't remember what year they were talking about when the old people die, and a bunch of the hikimoris, which are basically people that stay indoors, their parents won't be able to pay for them anymore. What's going to happen during that epidemic? It's apparently going to be an epidemic because there's a huge amount of hikimoris over there.
Yeah. Like us.
Yeah, but at least we can move out. They don't.
Yeah, at least we have money. Yeah, they don't even have a job. See, that's the one thing I can never is like, how do you not even have a job?
Like, I could never like move out of the house and then have my parents pay for it.
No,
it's pathetic.
Yeah, no. Like, if I move out, like, it's on my parents wouldn't. They'd be like, you're either gonna be. I think that's what over here. Like, you just move out with friends. That's what you do.
Yeah,
you find a job and you move out with friends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, you just couldn't move. Yeah, because they don't even have friends. They don't even try to get friends. They have. I mean, they have. Would it be mental problems, social problems?
Yeah, social. I mean, like us, social and this. But I mean, even to an extent, like
we're not as bad as them though.
Yeah, like geeks versus. Like I just don't have no drive to.
Yeah.
I was like, meh. I'd rather read comics and play video games and you know, I mean, I have a job and I gotta go to work and I do things, but. Not many things, but things nonetheless.
I mean, we could do things if we wanted to, but they can't.
Yeah.
They have so much fear of the outside.
Which is kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Otakus.
Yeah, it's weird how so many people get, what is it? It'd be social anxiety, basically?
Yeah.
How so many of them get it? It's just weird.
I don't know why. Well, I mean, like, you feel like, and, you know, I think that also has to attribute why there's so little marriage in Japan, is that there's no reason to be in a relationship.
Yeah. Well, like over here, there's less reason now. Over here, as a guy, I don't know if I want to get married anymore.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, obviously it's something to think about over here because you don't know. Like, I can look at it as an examples with, because people say, oh, you know, you got to get married, have grandkids. Like, I can just look at examples of my family and see that. that's not always the best idea.
I mean, yeah, financially for a guy, there's just no. I mean, besides, I think there's tax breaks, right?
Okay, yeah, there's tax breaks.
But I don't know. I mean, it'd be worse when you get divorced and you lose all your money.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd rather pay the full taxes.
And you just never know if you're gonna find the right women and things. It's
nowadays
because you just never know. You know, there's a lot of people have a lot. You know, this generation is definitely very interesting in that aspect, and I think it's your life. You should be able to just live it how you want to live it. I mean, obviously you have to get a job, you have to support yourself, but beyond that, I mean, you do whatever you want.
Yeah. You don't have to be.
I mean, as long as you're not living off other people's money, you're supporting yourself. You do whatever, man.
I mean, even though I'm still like, there's some fear of getting married. I'd still want to get married and have a family.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit scarier nowadays.
Just a little bit more. Yeah, you gotta think now. You gotta be careful because you never know. You gotta make sure. Like, it's harder to find the right person. I think it's very. You never know because people, like I said, just look at examples in my family, knowing that, you know, it's like someday who they marry, it's like maybe not actually such a good idea. Like, you know, people feel just like they feel social anxiety, people feel social pressure to get married.
Yeah.
And don't. I mean, the divorce rates are like 1 in every 2 marriages. Like 50% of marriages don't work.
Yeah.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
I bet, yeah. The only reason it used to work so well before is because women couldn't get a divorce. And now they can, so.
It shows you how the relationship is not exactly as simple as we thought it was.
Yeah, it's definitely hard to be with one person for their whole life.
Mm-hmm.
It can be a scary thing.
So that's why we always talk about how, like, you know, we call the women, you know, who sleep around with a bunch of dudes sluts, or the dudes who, like, well, the dudes who sleep around with a bunch of women are like, oh, you do that, man. But, you know, you could call them man whores or whatever, but it's like, you know, I mean, obviously it's good to have a relationship, but I mean, like, you know, not everyone's going to get along with everyone, you know, it's one of those things. You just gotta, you know, if you're gonna, like, I don't see a problem having, you know, if you're a woman, you want to have sex with a bunch of guys, like, go ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, unless, you know, it's, you know, you try to follow, I mean, obviously if you're trying to follow a religious doctrine, you probably shouldn't be doing that. Mm-hmm. But if you're, you know, because it's not as simple, at least in my opinion, even though I'm not the master of relationships or anything, I've been in like 1.5 in my entire life.
1.5.
Yeah, I had like half a relationship for like 3 weeks, but anyway, you have to. It's not as simple as it used to be. It's, you know, at least we're finding out that there's more to it. I mean, we look at people we went to school with. Uh-huh. You know, you can look at things like that. Like, it just, life can have so many curveballs, and it's just, you don't know. You don't know. You just gotta. That's why. And before, you know, if you're gonna sleep, that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. Like, I'm not gonna hate on you for that. Like, there may not be a perfect person for you, or it may take you a while to find one. So you gotta date a lot of people, or have sex with, like, and sex is a natural thing too. Like, if you want to, like, I don't understand why there's like for me, it was never that way for me. Like, we want to have sex with a bunch of guys. Like, that's cool. Like, do what you want to do. But like,
I'm part of it.
I mean, like, you know, I think that's good that they have sexual drive. That means both of us do.
Mm-hmm.
That means, like, you know, the whole thing, like, women can never ask a dude out, like, women can never approach a guy. It's like, nah, go ahead.
Just most
like,
don't still.
Yeah, like, just, I would say go ahead. Like,
make my job easier.
I think, like, if she shows interest in you, like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, I'm always the one having to show interest in girls. It's like, shit ain't easy.
It's scary.
Yeah, it is scary. Especially for a nerdy guy. It's incredibly scary, like, approaching a girl, because, you know, they're all, especially a nerdy guy who doesn't use social media that much. Holy crap. It's like the ultimate, even now. I can't even imagine doing it yet. And I think it's the confidence is another thing. I think confidence is always a huge, you just gotta, confidence is probably why it's so attractive, is because it allows you to do that stuff.
Yeah, without being scared.
Yeah, and, you know, the fear is a unnatural feeling, but sometimes you gotta man the fuck up.
I'm gonna have to remove that part from my brain.
Yep, I'll just get rid of my amygdala. Hello, how are you? I don't know. I've always just used. I've always just tried to use comedy to replace fear. Like, I always just tried to laugh things off. And, you know, I've never been the big guy. I've always been.
You're getting some guy's robbing you. He has a gun to your face. And I'm like, ha ha ha.
And so, did you hear the day? Why did the chicken cross the road?
And the guy's like, shut the fuck up, boom.
Because he shot you in the fucking face.
And then you start laughing.
Ha ha ha. Just kidding.
Like, I probably think you're insane.
Yeah, probably. Hey, it would work. He'd probably, I'm not going to rob this guy. Dude's probably crazy. Or he'd just shoot me and take me.
Yeah, probably. Both.
Yeah, I think I'm insane and then shoot me. But, so yeah, I think, relationships are in a different thing now. They're in a different, I don't even know it's like a different state. I think we're now realizing that, it's not the 50s anymore. It's not the perfect, everybody gets married, high school sweetheart. It's kind of an ugly reality. Social anxiety, a fear of judgment, it's like, but, it's interesting. So basically, the point of this whole thing is you don't have to get married. And if you're going to, make sure you know the person. Date them for a long time.
My point was that I'm going to go to Japan and buy 16-year-old girls.
Very.
All right. Yep, that's what I'm going to do.
That's a good ending point.
Well, I think this is pretty much it for this podcast. Next time on...
It's been real, my man. It's been real, my man, bro.
My man. I've never heard you say that one, Adam.
Never at all.
Next time on the podcast Z.
The podcast Z. Dun-dun-dun, this is like the Dragon Ball Z ending music. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, boom. That's really hard to do as a voice because it's so many. But anyway, yeah. So this has been I don't know how to say the Mexican in Spanish. Whatever.
Yeah, el Mexicano.
The Mexicano. This has been the Mexicano and the American.
The American.
Yeah, say it in the
yeah, you gotta say it like that. Yeah, this is. Yep, I'll say it in Spanish and you say it in a southern voice.
This is the American.
It's a good podcast.
Texas. Oh man, I don't know. It's funny. It's funny. So yeah, it's been real, guys. It's been real. The 7 people who are watching this, it's been real. Thank you for watching.
It's me 7 times. Next time I was thinking, I'll tell you after the podcast. I'll tell you. All right.
You'll tell me. All right. Well, it's been real, guys.
Hopefully you guys like this. We'll see you guys next time.